Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's the Dead Noob, and I'm back yet again. This week, I'm going to go ahead and cover a topic I've already covered once before, but some things have kind of changed a little bit. First and foremost, EFT has gone into full release, and Incursion Red River has also gone into full release. They both made significant updates and changes to their programs, so I wanted to go ahead and redo the battle. I need to cover a few things prior to getting into the fight. First off, I am not AI, voice or otherwise. The thumbnail is AI generated because, well, I'm not a graphic artist, and I fail at drawing stick figures and Rorschach tests too, so sorry to disappoint people, but I'm a real person and I have a face for radio. Secondly, Gray Zone Warfare is not really an extraction shooter, so people who made this comment, you're absolutely correct. It's more akin to Ghost Recon Wildlands or Breakpoint. So to compare them was just for fun. I really do like both games and play them quite significantly. Third and last, I thank all of you for watching the video that I had last week. It's at current over 3,000 views. I never imagined I would ever have a video that, got past 1,000. And to date, it's my best performance on YouTube. And it has an 89% like ratio, which is significant for me. It didn't gain me as many subs as I expected, and that's perfectly fine. And I would still like to thank everybody who watched, especially those who stayed to the end of the video. And even those that said I sound like AI and, hey, computer, block this guy's channel for using AI script and voice. Thanks for that. I appreciate it, I think. And seriously, I do appreciate the feedback, and I'm going to try to improve as I go forward. And now we'll go ahead and get into this. But before we do, go ahead, like, share, and sub, the usual stuff. And the comment section, it's always open. So here we go.
Round 1, fight.
Maps and the graphics. EFT is the genre master here. After more than a decade in the space and still running strong, it's hard to topple the king. Others have tried, like Arc Raiders, Marathon, Delta Force, and Arena Breakout. What sets EFT apart from these is the realism and the milsim features that are sometimes so real that you think Tagilla is in your house and Sturman is peeking your window. That being said, there is an up-and-comer in the space, Incursion Red River. Set in Vietnam, much like GZW is, the difference here is not just the settings between Russia and Vietnam, but that EFT offers real-world maps pulled straight out of Nikita's own home. IRR uses generated maps, but they do not lack in detail or immersion. The graphics are in the eye of the beholder, but EFT has rich environments from woods, interchange, and streets, even factory. And those will make you believe that these places really do exist in the real world.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, they do. Well, to be fair and honest here, factory, woods, and lighthouse are not real locations, but the rest are. And these real-world areas and maps are visually stunning. And if you really have a good GPU, you can see them in 4K at 100 or more frames. But not you, Streets. Not you. As for the graphics on both games, I can get way more frames out of Incursion Red River than I can from Tarkov. But the graphics quality from EFT is top-notch. I'm not saying that your Incursion's graphics are shitty. On the contrary, they're amazing. Tarkov maps are built around instance raids with fixed and consistent extraction points, with Red River having instance raids as well and having fixed extraction points the same way. The only difference here is that the extraction points in Red River are fixed with timers on each extraction point, so they may be opened or closed at any given time. But if you're in a specific area and you want to extract, you just wait for the timer to reset and you can extract. And they're very visual. Big red flares with smoke that identify exactly where you're supposed to go. There's only a few locations in Tarkov that have a green flare that indicate that that extraction point is open. And even in some instances, it's really not. The green smoke was just an illusion. You saw it, but it's not open. Incursion Red River doesn't require you to memorize maps as to where Tarkov does. Now, Tarkov's POI map system is smaller maps. Well, Red River's got the same size maps, in my opinion, but they also give you a tablet to kind of identify exactly where you are, so you know exactly where you need to go. Tarkov, well, better memorize your route because you're going to need to know. The Unreal 5 engine that IRR uses is amazing, especially on ultimate settings, and the weather effects are very believable. However, on maps and graphics, EFT wins. Why? EFT maps flow with spawn to extraction and loot and task routing. The time-gated extraction is there to entice you not to linger long, asking the player to use a combination of aggression and stealth to traverse the POI map system. And by the way, I'm still looking for that bloody rusted key. Damn you, RNG. So for this round, EFT. On to round 2.
Round 2. Fight.
Gunporn and the Hideout. In the Gunporn game, Tarkov is everything. But Bellum and War Dogs haven't released yet, and they're not really extraction shooters. Squad, Operator, and Hell Let Loose are out, but they're still not extraction shooters. They're milsims. And maybe that should be the next focus. Which game really has the best gunporn? Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. So weapon design and usage have been in Tarkov's favor for a while. BSG gets it. They do the attention to detail on the weapons. It has one, if not the most expansive firearm library in gaming. And I'm referring to real firearms, not made up crap that Call of Duty or Battlefield use to avoid licensing. And I can't really compare them in the milsim genre anyway, because they're just not. They're arcade shooters. So when it comes to IRR, they have an expansive collection as well, but not on the same level as EFT. Both offer a wide variety of attachments and an easy system to modify each firearm or weapon system. Just for perspective, reloading a mag in EFT can have you staring at the clock and praying that AI doesn't come running at you. In IRR, reloading a magazine is instantaneous, which is not very immersive, but it does allow you to focus on the mission and not have to worry about intricate details that slow down your progression. The difference with these mechanics is that EFT is time-gated, so everything that you do has a consequence, and time is usually the first consideration. IRR, it's not that big of a deal. They want you to be immersed in the tactical advancement of the game, not hung up on a minute detail. Hideouts? Well, both games use their hideouts, and you can unlock skill traits, bonuses, and additional features to include crafting. The appearance of the hideouts change as upgrades are made. Each requires a found and raid item or material, cash, and other certain requirements may have to be completed, such as elevated vendor reputation or maybe even the completion of another element in order to upgrade something else. Both offer this to the player as an additional element to the game other than raid, rinse, repeat. I can't believe that an artilleryman just said repeat. A sacrilege.
Shame. Shame.
So round 2 goes to EFT. Again, EFT just has the library of guns that makes Dr. Carricker at Demo Ranch jealous. Me too, to be honest.
Round 3.
Systems and stress. EFT is high stress, high stakes, and punishes you like a nun with a ruler when you're trying to recite the rosary. EFT has you sweating just watching the load bar after the back button disappears. And the raid, it's inevitable. You're going in. Am I going to spawn in front of a squad of PMCs? And it's happened to me more than once. Is Tagilla waiting for me around the corner in factory? I have literally spawned in a factory 50 feet away from this guy. And talk about pucker factor. Holy shit. EFT utilizes ballistics, armor, vendors, and hideout economy with 5 different monetary schemes: USD, Euros, Rubles, Bitcoin, and GP, or gold points. But those are more exclusive to the PvP side. In the game, well, it forces you to use these in various ways and on various tasks to include upgrades. Well, these systems are extensive, and any player willing to invest time and effort into Tarkov, you're going to find yourself tracking Bitcoin rates, using Microsoft spreadsheets to track statistics on armor, weight, ballistics, and ammo efficiency. Tarkov will test you, and you will fail that test. Eventually, if not immediately. Red River? Well, it's all about immersion, and it has a single monetary economy and a vendor system that's easier to manage. Although if you're a longtime Tarkov player, it's going to take you a little bit to get accustomed to the changes. Now, the AI here is less aggressive and more predictable, in the sense that they're on patrol in a specific area and pulling security. They're not out for random encounters. and those random encounters are damn near non-existent. In Red River, you're not worrying about the goons showing up, so you get to enjoy the ambiance and visual immersion. You're not constantly stopping and listening for footsteps or distant gunfire with a quick weapons check to make sure you're ready for that next encounter. The AI in Red River is adjustable with settings from potato to head and eyes, if you know what I mean. But if you want that Tarkov feel from Red River, you know, the aggressing partisan and Rashala on customs, both with guards and the goons at your six, yeah, you could definitely put that setting way up high and see what it's like. But round 3, yeah, this is going to go to Red River. And why? Well, the systems and stress are easier to manage in Red River without subtracting immersion, especially the ones that milsims bring to the table. Both Tarkov and Red River have these in spades and can be enjoyed from Raid 1 to Raid 1000, whichever one you're on, but you're not sweating out your ammo choice in Incursion like you are in Tarkov. So round 3, yeah, that one goes to Red River.
Round 4.
Technical and tactical. EFT and IRR both have technical issues, and EFT is a decade old with extremely serious issues. In the community, well, they just simply put it off as you're getting Tarkov'd or Nikita got you again, bro. But the bugs and the breaks that EFT's graphics engine offer, they can really upset you. And Streets, it still runs like a GPU powered by a hamster wheel. But Red River, well, it has a lot more bugs beyond the graphics. IRR has not had the convenience of time like Tarkov has had. So if given time, I believe that Red River would probably be smoother and run better, considering that it's on the Unreal 5 engine. Both games have really good loot stash mechanics and require understanding on what you're trying to accomplish. EFT ensures that you invest in space management more than Red River. Modding the game is not available in Red River. Well, not anywhere that I've seen or been able to experience anyway. And Tarkov, well, it has the SPT servers. And those are specifically designed for modding. And if you've seen any shorts, reels, or TikToks, well, that's the evidence of SPT at work. The tactical presence of EFT and IRR are based on each game's microcosm and mechanic. EFT is aggressive, and the AI will seek you out, depending on the map, of course. And in Red River, it's more based on the player's capability to infiltrate an area with either stealth or aggression, or even a combination of both. Sure, you can use the same tactic in Tarkov, but the AI will adjust. And if you haven't seen head eyes on the death screen, and you've probably never played Tarkov, have you?
Not one bit.
So round 4, I'm going to give that one to Incursion. Why? Well, Red River allows you to choose engagements and use stealth at discretion. But all in all, Tarkov will come after you as to where Red River allows you to make decisions based on your tactical presence. So again, round 4 goes to Red River.
Final round. Fight!
Replayability and content depth. EFT has the replay factor on lockdown with events and seasonal changes to the maps. Tarkov offers players options at every corner from woods or customs. The BSG people are on it with ever-changing cycles and seek to improve on a consistent and constant basis, which also causes technical issues too, let's not get it twisted. But the replay factor is very evident, especially with seasonal characters and tasks in development currently. Red River is a one-trick pony here, but time will tell what the devs at Games of Tomorrow will bring to the table given time. EFT has both PvE and PvP, where Red River is just PvE at this point. But if you're like me, I don't even play PvP on Tarkov for a very specific reason. Rats. Yeah, those extraction campers and cheaters are the primary reason that I don't play it. And I'm not a Tarkov Giga Chad either. So PvE it is for me. Content, well, that's also in Tarkov's favor again, because EFT has had a decade to prepare and develop more content and events. Red River, even though it has fully released, is still in development, at least by comparison. And time will tell where the GOT guys take the game and how the community receives it. But as for now, round 5 is going to have to go to Tarkov. And before we go to the scorecards, a quick reminder to like, share, and comment. And sub if you want to follow for more content from the Dead Noob. I appreciate it, and it definitely helps me out. Once again, thanks, guys. So let's go to the scorecards. Judge at ringside Noob has the bout at 48-47. Judge at ringside dead has the bout at 48 to 47. And Judge at ringside AI has the bout at 48 to 47. And unanimous decision for the winner and still reigning champ, Tarkov. Yay, crowd goes wild. In all seriousness, every game you play or don't play comes down to your preference and not what some dude, not AI. I promise you, I am not AI, okay? So not some dude on YouTube thinks or tells you to think. I really like both games for different reasons. EFT when I want the added pressure, and Red River when I want to chill on a gummy or whiskey sour. Gaming and the games you spend your money on are your choice, and I support your choice. And I'm very appreciative that we have so many to choose from. I recall the early days when it was COD, Battlefield, or Medal of Honor. Yeah, those were your choices. That's it. 3. Now we have more than 60 different games across 7 different genres. We have looter shooters, battle royales, extraction shooters, arcade shooters, mil sims. That's just a few examples. Some are free to play, pay to win in my opinion, and some require a 750 credit score to purchase. Tarkov. It really is a player's paradise, and you have many different games and modes to choose from. So do yourself a favor and play as many as you can. You might discover that Battlefield 6 is not as toxic as Enders says it is, or that Call of Duty is not the Antichrist that Blame Truth tells you it is. I don't care what you play, only that you enjoy it as much as you can. Get immersed, and let the daily stress of a never-ending negative news cycle fade into the background while you run with your crew on your favorite game. Do it for yourself. I want you all to remember that I appreciate the interactions in the comment section, the likes, the shares, the follows, and I try to respond to everyone, or at least read all of the comments, negative or positive. And I do try to improve as best as I can. Again, thanks guys. All right, noobs, you know what time it is. Be good, or be good at it.